Hello once again YouTube, Chris and Ibringer here, bringing you some World of Warcraft action. Today we're going to be looking at Theramore's Fall, the new scenario that was added in the latest patch for World of Warcraft. I do believe my friend here on Deathspree has just entered into the queue. Here we go. Loading screen. So yeah, Theramore's Fall, it's just been implemented. It's a scenario, a new type of,
The unthinkable has happened.
oh,
Our siege on Theramore has failed. You're the contingency plan. Your mission is to infiltrate Theramore Isle, burn their ships, butcher their flight master, sabotage their war machines, and rescue our spy. Throw them into chaos while we regroup. The eyes of Hellscream are upon you.
alright. So, as we can see, this is a scenario. We have stages to scenarios. Currently, there are 5 of them. The first one is rigging the powder barrels to explode on the Alliance ships. So that's what we'll be doing on Death Spree, and Mordriel from my guild will be joining us on this quest to destroy Theramore Isle. As you could tell from the dialogue that was just said by Captain Drock, they actually sieged Theramore Isle, and it supposedly failed.
What losers?
But we'll see later on that that was actually part of the entire plan, was to get that siege to fail. I'm going to turn down my volume real quick. Alright, so currently this is a level 85 scenario. It's from September 17th to September 24th. Hopefully by the time that this video is posted, it won't be over. As you can see here, we're taking on a boss, Captain Tellern. These aren't full blown bosses. They're kind of just more stronger elites that take place in the scenarios. This particular boss only has 929k health. Something easy for 3 players to take down.
Oh, that's cool. It shows like the line of fire that he does for his little blade storm attack. I like that.
Right here we have the actual powder barrel that we're supposed to rig, and you can see the little icons they've added above it to show that this is a mechanic that we're supposed to use with the quest. They've started to implement those with Mr. Pandaria content to help players with quests and stuff like that. You can also see them on the map itself, just to help players find out where the hell they're supposed to go.
They also updated all these ships, which is nice. You know, it doesn't really look that much different, but you know, just put metal on shit.
They're
Oh, I might die.
they're pretty beefed up. Here we have Mad Morganson. He seems to have flame-based attacks.
They're just hurling dynamite like a faggot.
Hurling dynamite. They do have, some mechanics to them, but they aren't particularly too challenging, obviously, because 3 players are allowed to enter this scenario and continue through its progression without the aid of anyone else. We'll get off the ship. Those powder barrels will explode, and if I'm correct, the fire will actually damage you, so you want to get out of there. I'm going to turn down my sound a little bit more because it's quite loud. And we're still on stage 1, taking out the powder barrels on all these ships. There's 2 of them down, or yeah, 2 of them are down here that we seem to have missed, and I'll just go ahead and work on these while on Death Spree takes out another one, I suppose.
My shit is glitching out.
Here we have Squall Shaper Lanera. Assuming she's some sort of mage. Hopefully I can survive through this fight, because I am going at this alone. I should be fine though. As you can see, these bosses and all these mobs here aren't completely too terrible. They're pretty reasonable for boss mobs in these scenarios with only 3 players, but they're still pretty easy. In order to get into a scenario, you need 358 item level, I do believe. Could be mistaken, but that's relatively close to the item level that is required to enter into these scenarios. Taking out the boss, I'm ready to blow this ship up. So let's do this. Rig to explode. And of course,
This is kind of boring.
yes, it's not. We noticed this. We have done this before, me and Undead Spree, and we noticed that this wasn't the most exciting event that we have encountered in World of Warcraft. Kind of a letdown, I'll be completely honest. It was underdeveloped, I think. There was a lot of, I guess you could say, promotion of this type of event that led up to the Mists of Pandaria release, and it's not what I expected it to be.
I thought this would at least be like fun the first time, and it's really just not.
And of course, you know, this is just our opinion of the entire thing. Hopefully in the future scenarios will be a little bit more interesting, but you'll see as time progresses that this doesn't have a dungeon type of feel to it, and I know that's not exactly what they were going for, but it's just, it doesn't seem alive enough. There's not much going on, even though the Horde said that they had just sieged Theramore itself and failed. It doesn't seem like there's really a battle going on at all here. It's just a few guys blowing up some ships and sabotaging stuff, and then moving on to blow up the entire place with the Zeppelin, which I will let you know now, you are not involved in the least amount.
Yeah, they totally could have just blown up the whole entire place without having us do any of this, so this is kind of useless, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's kind of a letdown. I don't know why they did that. You're right, they could have just come in here with the Zeppelin without us and blown up this entire place. And I think the only reason that we're here is to actually get the spy that's in the basement and the barracks, which we will see in a later stage of the battle. I'm here, I'm about to blow up the last ship, and then we'll move on to stage 2. As you can see, it's kind of a disappointment too. I expected a naval battle of some sort, or frankly any battle, and there isn't actually any of that going on. The barrels are rigged to explode. We're going to come over here and talk to Blastmaster Sparkfuse. A little bit of dialogue. And there they go. The bombs are set off, the ships are destroyed and burning, and now we're on to stage 3, Griffin Down it's called. Some trash coming to meet us. Taking a lot of damage. These particular soldiers have only 154k health. Some of the mobs in here only have 23k health or so. And harder, stronger elites and bosses have around 1 million health. Which is fairly reasonable. It's not too much of a challenge, like I said before. Currently, this is, as you know, only level 85. When Mists of Pandaria is released, this will be a level 90 scenario that can be replayed, you know, just like any other content in this game can be replayed. There might be a difficulty change when that comes out, I'm not sure yet. This is kind of still early in development, just because this is released before the actual scenario is finalized. We're gonna move forward now and take out some of these this trash and get to the boss in the center here.
I don't even think Rook has done a single thing.
It's quite alright. As long as she's healing us, if you wouldn't mind telling her, just to make sure that we don't die. Because this is actually where we died last time.
That's where you died.
Well. One thing I was kind of surprised at is the fact that Jaina is not present at all for this, even though she is here in Theramore. She's not actually seen by the Horde at all. I don't know why they did that. It's kind of, again, anticlimactic. I was expecting Jaina to be a part of this battle, simply because, you know, this is actually her home. This is something she should be defending. She's strong enough to go out there and join the battle herself, and she's not even a part of it. I'm kind of disappointed in that.
I would love to fight Jaina. That would be way more fun.
Indeed it would. Right up until the point where the bomb went off, that would be pretty epic.
I wonder if somebody dropped a Horde portal like that spy, if Jaina could use it.
There's always the possibility that it's like a protected portal, but, you know, could happen. Obviously, that was the end of Stage 3. We have taken out, you know, Theramore Griffins and the boss there. I don't even know what their name was. I forgot. Baldric? Is that it? Whatever. Tanks for nothing. Stage 4. Now we have to go and find some of the unmanned tanks and sabotage them, as well as take out a manned tank named Big Bessa. Then we'll be moving on to Stage 5, which involves the rescue of a Horde spy. Just got polymorphed.
Wow, grasp with the 7K.
You're very close to death there, be careful.
Yeah. Just got full healed.
I just got stunned.
I wonder if I can fear these guys.
You feared
Okay.
both of them, but I was fighting this guy. And for some ungodly reason, Brooke just decided to go after that one.
Because she's extremely smart.
Obviously, that's the best thing to do. She pulled the
Brooke
old
should be a
trash.
hunter. And she managed to some reason put down a tabard? Or a guild standard? Alright, Brooke.
Now, if you don't know, the Alliance, from what I know, they receive a tabard. I'm assuming it's a Theramore tabard, as a loot reward. And,
They receive a Theramore tabard that is like Theramore on these guys, and it drops a banner
yeah,
when used.
banner similar to the guild standard. I don't think it's as big, but you know, it's a banner nonetheless. For the Horde, we actually get a pet mana bombling because apparently that is the type of bomb that we use on this place. You'll see that at the end cinematic.
I'll demonstrate the mini bombling right now. Ready? Or move away. So, all right, okay, Brooke. All right, come over here. I'll put it on you. It's not a pet, by the way. Walk in front of me.
Go ahead. Ah, so it's not a pet.
No.
Oh, the way they named it just implied that it was a pet. But there you go. That's a preview of what's actually going to happen to this entire place. As you know, we've already done this scenario just to see what it was beforehand, get a feel for the place before we decided to record this.
Apparently apparently you do get loot rewards from this. If I don't know if anybody actually had that question while they were watching this.
Yes, you do. From what I understand, you get a box or a bag full of loot from this place. Now, they are, like, I have a piece here. It's item level 384, but it is not a new model. I would like to let everybody know that it is reused old models of old gear. The reason they did that is because this is an old part of the game. It's something that has been in the game. Theramore has been in the game since like before World of Warcraft even came out. So they're using old models with high stats. And some people are disappointed about that. I don't know if a lot of people are supporting that idea, but that's what Blizzard had just done. And I can understand where people are coming from if they say that Blizzard kind of cheaped out on that.
I mean, I don't really care about the loot because, I mean, who's doing this for the loot? Like, I don't think anybody's gonna come in here and be like, oh, yeah, I want the scenario for Theramore loot. Like, no, nobody's gonna do that.
Considering how long this lasts, the particular loot released during this session of the Theramore scenario is not going to last long in your inventory once Mists of Pandaria comes out.
Damn.
Obviously.
Yeah, apparently you replace like Dragon Soul heroic gear from like one of the first quests. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I was told.
That's probably how it will be. And as you may or may not know, scenarios come with their own armor sets. They aren't the best armor sets, but they are their own collectible sets, just like tiered armor is, that you can collect through doing scenarios and getting tokens and stuff like that. So when this is upgraded to the level 90 version, we'll be seeing some of those type of currencies being viable to buy new sets of armor that look a lot better and, you know, have new models and stuff.
What thing did you get from doing this before?
The piece of loot that I got
Yeah.
after this little group of people, I'll show you. I'll link it.
Oh, sweet.
It's like a crown.
I've only seen like 4 pieces of loot from this.
I've seen a pole arm that was dropped, a really old model of a pole arm. The person that got that was not too happy. There you go, that's it. Golden Circlet. I'm positive the same exact name for the same exact model has been used before, but this one has updated stats. And yeah, it's purple, but still, when I get new gear and when it's purple, I expect it to be extravagant. That is not extravagant.
Yeah, it's pretty gay. That's like, that is something I would look, if I picked up like a gray item, I would expect that.
Agreed. I understand where they're coming with, like, you know, updated low-level model gear, but still, it would have been nice if they could have at least updated the models, made them look nicer. They didn't even, I don't even think they bothered to do that.
I saw like a wizard hat that one of these guys are wearing as a loot piece, and I saw a, like just an old ass, like, fucking axe, I guess. Yeah, it was an axe. Like something you would see on a grunt.
Right. I forgot to mention, we're on the final stage now, after we took out that boss, the big tank, Big Betsa, or whatever. The last stage is to kill Hedrick Ebenkane and retrieve the key from him that will release the spy Phelan Songweaver. And once that happens, the scenario is over, the cinematic will play, and Theramore will be no more.
Sweet.
As you can see here, we're moving into the barracks. Like I said, Jaina is nowhere to be found. She's just completely gone.
I do really like this tavern. like the Theramore tabard, the more I like look at it on these guys, I kind of wish I had it.
I'll see if I can get a close-up of that. From what I can tell, it's a golden anchor.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Now, I would like to speed this up, because I don't know how much more space is on that one hard drive. But, you know, let's just kick some ass and be done with this. If you notice, we are in a guild group, up here in the corner, guild group for this scenario. I'm not entirely sure if they added the achievement for the guild to get when this is completed as a guild group. I don't know if they added that yet.
You have to be level 90 for it to happen.
Right, okay, so even though we are in a guild group, we won't receive the actual guild achievement for completing the scenario until we are level 90. That's just, you know, so we come back and do it again later, I guess. And again, this only requires 3 players. To be completely honest, you could probably do it with less. But you know, it's not too difficult. And it doesn't really need to involve a lot of your guild, these scenarios. So, in a way, these are kind of nice, short dungeons, I guess you could say. They're not exactly dungeons. Dungeons are on a much higher level of difficulty than this, but these are very quick ways of getting an experience or reputation, I suppose.
I got no reputation. I put on a tabard and I didn't get anything.
That might change once we're level 90, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, this wizard, that's the head that I saw that dropped. I don't know if you can even see that.
The Arcanist,
Yes.
I'll point to her right here. Yeah, the lady over here has got it. And here we are, Hedrick Everkane, or Evan Kane. Here he is, last boss in this. He's got 2 million health. He's not particularly tough.
Where did we get that key from? I forgot.
He drops it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Brooke just messaged me and was like, wow, this is terribly boring. They shouldn't have made this. So that's her input.
Seems we've come to a verdict.
She said, or at least put more two spaces into it. Okay,
Well,
I got the key. Hashtag swag.
Hashtag swag. Now we're going to go free the spy, take the portal out of here, and we'll watch a little cinematic, and that will be it for this particular scenario. Obviously, as time goes on, we'll be doing more of these, including the dungeons and raids of Mr. Pandaria when they are released. So come on, unshackle this bitch. Let's get out of here.
Unlock the shackles. But then I can't seduce him.
My thanks. Shall we make our way off this?
Cool, it's not giving me the guild challenge.
It was merely a feint,
Hush.
of course.
Hush now.
You didn't realize? Even now an airship draws near. Its arcane payload will flatten Theramore Isle, and everyone's still standing upon it. There we go. Should you pass through Silvermoon City, come and say hello, Aldiel Chala.
Alright, we're ready to take the portal out of here. I don't know what happened to Mordriel. Just got lost upstairs, I suppose. But I'm out of here. Let's watch this cinematic.
We're gonna turn this place into a sinkhole.
And there you have it. Theramore is utterly destroyed. You saw that bomb go down. It just fucking wiped the place out. Um, what's surprising about that is Jaina somehow survived that, and you get to see her if you're playing on the Alliance. She survives the entire ordeal. She's a little affected. They dyed her hair a different color. Big change there. Oh my god. But she's lost it at that point, and that's when she decides that it's a good time to go to war with the Horde, and that's how that ends up. Coming over to a mailbox after you've completed the entire ordeal, you'll get some mail from Phelan Songweaver, and there's some text in there, and he gives you a mini mana bomb, and it's got a 3-minute cooldown. It's just a little bomb gadget thing that you can use on people and stuff like that, like all the other crazy things in this game. And you throw it around, and it's a miniature version of the bomb that just went off at Theramore. It's got a massive blast radius for such a little thing. And there you have it. That's Theramore's Fall. Anything you'd like to add to that, Undeath Spree?
Well, okay, I just went to use the bomb, but I didn't throw it. Like, I just right-clicked it, and it just gave me a cooldown anyways, so this just fucking sucks. Ultimate fail all around. Complete fail. And we've done this twice, and if you look at the guild challenge thing, I'm sure a couple of people did this too as a guild group, and now we have only 1 out of 15, so this is a complete fail.
It seems pretty messed up, pretty bugged, and while it's a good idea altogether, it just, for me and Undeath Spree and even Mordriel over here, it didn't seem like it was enough. Kind of underdeveloped, and they could have done better. I agree. Could have been better. I would have liked to seen Jaina, from the Horde perspective, come out and say something before we blew her home up.
I would have liked to actually drop the mana bomb. That would have been really cool.
Yeah,
No, but I guess that's something we can't do.
yeah, that too was kind of completely disconnected. I really actually thought we were going to be involved in transporting this bomb into Theramore Isle. I didn't know it was going to be dropped on Theramore Isle. I thought we were going to go in and plant it and detonate it, and that didn't happen at all. So there you have it. That's Theramore's Fall. Comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. We'll be covering more of the scenarios, dungeons, and raids, as well as other things from Mists of Pandaria when that's all released, which, from what I understand, is later this week. And we'll be covering. We might even have to cover Theramore's Fall again when it's updated to level 90. I hope we won't have to, because I don't want to do that again. But there you have it. See you guys later, and thanks for watching. This particular boss only has 929k health. Something easy for 3 players to take down.
Oh, that's cool. It shows like the line of fire that he does for his little blade storm attack. I like that.
Right here we have the actual powder barrel that we're supposed to rig, and you can see the little icons they've added above it to show that this is a mechanic that we're supposed to use with the quest. They've started to implement those with Mists of Pandaria content to help players with quests and stuff like that. You can also see them on the map itself, just to help players find out where the hell they're supposed to go. Hello once again YouTube, Chris and Ibringer here, bringing you some World of Warcraft action. Today we're going to be looking at Theramore's Fall, the new scenario that was added in the latest patch for World of Warcraft. I do believe my friend here on Deathspree has just entered into the queue. Here we go. Loading screen. So yeah, Theramore's Fall, it's just been implemented. It's a scenario, a new type of,
The unthinkable has happened.
oh,
Our siege on Theramore has failed. You're the contingency plan. Your mission is to infiltrate Theramore Isle, burn their ships, butcher their flight master, sabotage their war machines, and rescue our spy. Throw them into chaos while we regroup.
They also updated all these ships, which is nice. You know, it doesn't really look that much different, but you know, just put metal on shit.
they're
Oh, I might die.
they're pretty beefed up. Here we have Mad Morganson. He seems to have flame-based attacks.
He's just hurling dynamite like a faggot.
Hurling dynamite. They do have, you know, some mechanics for them, but they aren't particularly too challenging, obviously, because 3 players are allowed to enter this scenario and continue through its progression with.
The eyes of Hellscream are upon you.
Alright, so as we can see, this is a scenario. We have stages to scenarios. Currently there are 5 of them. The first one is rigging the powder barrels to explode on the Alliance ships. So that's what we'll be doing. On Deathspree and Mordriel from my guild will be joining us on this quest to destroy Theramore Isle. As you could tell from the dialogue that was just said by Captain Drock, they actually sieged Theramore Isle and it supposedly failed.
What losers?
But we'll see later on that that was actually part of the entire plan, was to get that siege to fail. I'm going to turn down my volume real quick. Alright, so currently this is a level 85 scenario. It's from September 17th to September 24th. Hopefully by the time that this video is posted, it won't be over. As you can see here, we're taking on a boss, Captain Tellern. These aren't full blown bosses. They're kind of you know, just more stronger elites that take place in the scenarios.